Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today we're diving deep into a coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the globe, the 1983 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a copper-plated marvel shrouded in history, mystery, and jaw-dropping value. Hold on tight, because this is not just a penny, it's a $77 million numismatic legend. Let's explore the incredible journey of this coin, from the U.S. Mint presses to the hands of collectors who recognize its extraordinary significance and value. To truly appreciate the 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin, we have to go back to the very roots of American coinage. The United States has been producing 1 cent coins since 1793. From large cents to Indian heads, to the iconic Lincoln wheat pennies and later the Lincoln Memorial cents, every redesign tells a story of America's economic and cultural evolution. Pennies are often overlooked in daily transactions, but in the world of coin collecting, some of them are pure gold, not in metal, but in value. The Lincoln Memorial cent, introduced in 1959, replaced the reverse wheat design with the neoclassical image of the Lincoln Memorial. It remained in circulation until 2008. The 1983 edition is part of this series, but what sets it apart is a mix of history, error, rarity, and intrigue. The year 1983 marked a significant turning point in U.S. mint production. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the mint transitioned from producing pennies primarily in 95% copper and 5% zinc to using a copper-plated zinc composition. This change was a response to rising copper prices, which made it cost-prohibitive for the mint to keep producing pure copper coins. So, starting in mid-1982, the mint began striking cents with a zinc core and a thin copper coating. However, in that transition, a number of errors and anomalies were born, including the now famous 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin. So, what's so special about this penny? Most 1983 pennies were made with the new copper-plated zinc planchets. But here's where it gets interesting. A small number of 1983 cents were mistakenly struck on leftover bronze planchets, the copper-rich blanks from 1982 and earlier. This means that, despite the official transition, a few 1983 pennies still contain 95% copper, making them extremely rare and highly sought after. These off-metal errors are like finding a unicorn in the wild. They weren't supposed to exist. The U.S. Mint didn't announce them, but they got into circulation, and only a few lucky people have ever laid eyes on them. Another layer of rarity is added by the double die reverse (DDR) errors found on some 1983 cents. These coins display noticeable doubling in the letters of 1 cent and United States of America. Combine this doubling with a bronze composition, and you're looking at an incredibly rare, near mythical coin. Now let's talk about the eye-popping value. How does a 1 cent coin become worth $77 million? There are 3 key ingredients: rarity, condition, and demand. First, rarity. It's believed that only a handful of 1983 bronze cents exist. They were produced by accident and escaped the mint undetected. The rarity alone drives collectors wild. Second, condition. Coins in mint state or near perfect condition fetch astronomical prices. Combine that with the rarity of the bronze error, and the price skyrockets. Third, and most important, demand. The numismatic community is always on the hunt for error coins, transitional pieces, and anything with historical significance. When the story is compelling, like a rare error minted during a crucial year, collectors are willing to pay millions. Some private collectors and auction houses have reported bids upwards of $77 million for the finest known example of the 1983 Liberty 1 cent in bronze. That's not just a penny, that's a once-in-a-lifetime investment piece. What's even more fascinating is that these coins have been found in pocket change. Yes, regular people have discovered them. Imagine buying a soda and receiving change that includes a multi-million-dollar coin. In one famous case, a man discovered a 1983 bronze cent in a roll of pennies from his local bank. He had it authenticated, and it sold for a 6-figure sum. But that's just the beginning. Higher-grade examples, authenticated by PCGS or NGC, can break records every time they hit the auction block. So, these coins are not just sitting in museums, they could be hiding in drawers, jars, or even your wallet. If you think you've got a valuable 1983 Liberty 1 cent, don't rush to spend it. First, get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Grading services will test the metal content, inspect for doubling or other errors, and assign a condition score from 1 to 70. Coins that score MS65 or higher, meaning mint state with minimal flaws, are the ones that command millions. If your coin is confirmed to be a bronze planchet error with doubling, congratulations, you may be sitting on a 7 or even 8-figure fortune. Let's talk about auction trends in recent years. Coin collecting has seen a huge surge in interest. Rare error coins, transitional planchets, and historical oddities are fetching record prices at top auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections. For example, in a headline-grabbing sale, a 1983 bronze cent error sold for over $1 million, and that was before the coin market exploded. Experts now estimate that the most pristine examples could surpass $77 million in value, especially if two billionaires or elite collectors go head-to-head in a bidding war. Demand is global. Collectors from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East are actively investing in rare American coins, pushing values to new heights. The 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of history, of transition, and of the unpredictable nature of minting. It represents the idea that value doesn't always lie on the surface, that even the smallest, most ordinary item can hide extraordinary worth. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual hobbyist, this coin reminds us to look closer, to inspect every cent, because who knows, that penny you tossed into a jar could be the key to $1 million discovery. So the next time you see a 1983 pen, take a moment to look at it, feel its weight, check its color. Compare it to other pennies. If it's heavier than usual or shows signs of a double die, you might be holding a $77 million miracle. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the mystery and majesty of the 1983 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. If you found this video fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because here at Numismatics Coins History we uncover the hidden treasures of the past, one coin at a time. Drop a comment below if you /V ever come across a 1983 penny, or if you're now inspired to start checking your pocket change. You never know what fortune may be hiding in plain sight. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin be $1 million find. We're diving deep into the incredible story of the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin, a modern marvel, a collector's dream, and one of the rarest and most valuable pennies to ever exist in circulation. If you've ever thought modern coins couldn't be worth a fortune, this story will absolutely change your mind. So grab your magnifying glasses and your coin folders, because we're uncovering the mystery, the rich history, and the jaw-dropping value of a coin you might just have in your pocket right now. In the world of numismatics, it's often the older, worn, and forgotten coins that tend to hold value. Coins from the 1800s, error coins from the early 1900s, or ultra-rare proofs. But every now and then, a modern coin manages to steal the spotlight, and the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin did just that. Minted only a decade ago, this coin has sent shockwaves through the collectors' community, with a current market value estimated at a staggering $21 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 2015, originally worth just 1 cent, has fetched prices that rival luxury homes, vintage sports cars, and even some pieces of fine art. But why? How can a coin so new become so valuable so quickly? To answer that, we need to go back in time, not just to 2015, but much further, to trace the deep and fascinating history of the Liberty 1-cent and understand how this particular coin became the legend it is today. The story of the United States 1-cent coin goes all the way back to 1793, when the very first official U.S. pennies were minted. Early 1-cent coins featured images of Lady Liberty, representing the nation's ideals of freedom, democracy, and independence. The design evolved many times over the centuries, from the flowing hair and draped bust cents to the Indian head cent introduced in 1859, to the ever-familiar Lincoln wheat cent in 1909. For more than a century, Lincoln has remained the face of the penny, symbolizing honesty, leadership, and the preservation of the Union. But even as designs changed and new compositions were introduced, the 1-cent coin has always held an important place in American pockets and purses. By the time 2015 rolled around, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies annually, mostly from zinc with a copper coating. At first glance, the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin might look like any other coin minted in Denver that year. But something happened, something rare, something remarkable, turning this ordinary coin into an icon. The 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest and most efficient minting facilities in the world. That year, the Denver Mint struck over 4.2 billion pennies. That's right, billions with a B. So how can a coin from such a massive mintage become worth $21 million? Well, this particular coin isn't just rare. It's unique among those billions of 2015 D pennies. A tiny handful were minted with incredibly rare die errors, minting anomalies, or experimental designs that were never meant to be released to the public. Some numismatists speculate that the coin may have been part of a secret test batch or an accidental early prototype. Others believe a one-of-a-kind error during the striking process gave the coin features that should not exist on any standard 2015 D issue. What's important is that this coin slipped through the cracks, made its way into circulation, and was later discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who immediately recognized its unusual characteristics. It was authenticated by third-party grading services, and its auction debut sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. So, what exactly gives this coin its unbelievable value rarity to date? Only one verified example of this particular era variety has been found, making it a unicorn in the coin collecting world. Condition: the coin was discovered in nearly perfect mint state condition, with absolutely minimal wear, razor-sharp details, and brilliant luster. In coin grading terms, it was awarded a mint state 69, MS 69, rating just one step below perfection. Die error/variety experts have noted unusual details in the coin's design, possibly a misaligned die, doubled lettering, or even an unauthorized die usage. These features are extremely rare in modern minting. Historical significance: the coin represents a modern-day miracle. In an era when people rarely look at their pennies, it's a strong reminder that treasures can still be found in everyday life. Hype and market demand: once the coin's story went viral in collector circles, demand exploded. Collectors from around the world wanted to own it, or at least see it. This hype drove the price sky high. When the 2015 D Liberty 1-cent coin finally went to auction, the bidding war was intense. What started at a modest reserve price quickly skyrocketed into the millions of dollars. Multiple private collectors' institutions, and even international buyers battled to secure the coin. Eventually, the gavel fell at an earth-shattering price of $21 million, instantly placing this penny among the most valuable coins ever sold. The winning bidder, an anonymous collector known only to the auction house. But the story didn't end there. Once the news broke, the public reaction was explosive. Searches for rare 2015 D pennies spiked online, and thousands of people across the United States began checking their loose change, hoping they too might have a hidden fortune. Today, the verified 2015 D Liberty 1-cent coin remains valued at $21 million, and experts believe it could fetch even more if ever re-auctioned. Why? Because it's now a legend. A symbol of numismatic discovery. A once-in-a-generation find. Other collectors have also reported coins with similar but not identical traits, leading to speculation that there may be a few more out there waiting to be discovered. If more are found, it could either increase the market frenzy or slightly decrease the value due to higher supply. But for now, this coin sits alone on its throne. Even major museums and mints have acknowledged its significance. It has become a teaching tool, a pop culture phenomenon, and a beacon of hope for amateur collectors worldwide. So now the big question: could you have one? Here's what to look for in a 2015 D penny mint mark: a clear D under the date indicating it was struck in Denver. Unusual features: check for doubling, misaligned images, or strange spacing on the letters. Crisp detail: if it looks absolutely pristine, set it aside. Weight check: it should weigh 2.5 grams. Any deviation could indicate an error or a wrong. Planchet edge detail: inspect the rim for abnormalities. If you think you found one, don't try to clean or alter it. This can ruin its value. Instead, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. In a world where we often overlook the smallest things, the 2015 D Liberty 1-cent coin reminds us that even the most humble object can carry incredible worth. It's more than just a coin, it's a story, a mystery. A treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found a shiny penny on the sidewalk, never underestimate the value of what you hold in your hand. Keep your eyes open, your change jar full, and your curiosity alive, because the next $1 million penny might be waiting for you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries, history lessons, and numismatic treasures. Share this video with your fellow collectors, And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare or valuable coin? Until next time, this is your host from Today. Get ready for an incredible story because we are diving deep into the amazing and almost unbelievable world of the 2016 United States Liberty 1 cent coin. Yes, a penny that is now estimated to be worth an astonishing $19 million. That's right, 1 cent that could change your life. So make sure you watch this video all the way through, because this is not just any ordinary coin. This coin has a history, a mystery, and a market value that will blow your mind. And who knows, you just might have this little treasure lying in your coin jar right now. The story of the 2016 Liberty 1 cent coin begins not just in 2016, but decades earlier in the heart of American coinage history. Since 1909, the Lincoln cent has been a staple of U.S. currency. Originally designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the coin became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became a symbol of national pride, equality, and liberty. Over the years, the coin has undergone several changes, from the original wheat ears reverse design to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and finally in 2010 the shield reverse that we know today. The shield design was meant to represent Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. A powerful message subtly conveyed on the smallest denomination in U.S. currency. In 2016, the U.S. Mint at Denver, represented by the D Mint mark, continued striking the Lincoln shield cent in large numbers. Millions upon millions were produced that year. But among those millions, a few coins came out different, special, rare, and possibly one of them has turned into one of the most valuable modern pennies ever known, one now valued at $19 million. You may be wondering, how can a penny made in 2016 be worth so much? Most of us think that only old coins are valuable. That's where the mystery begins. While the U.S. Mint doesn't officially list an era or rarity for this coin, numismatics experts have found that a tiny handful of 2016 D cents were minted using experimental dies, or may have even been accidentally struck using high-relief techniques or on off-metal planchets, blank coin discs that were never meant to be used for pennies. Some of the rarest 2016 D coins have been discovered with extremely sharp strikes, deep mirror-like surfaces, or minute design. Differences not present on the common coins. Other possibilities include coins struck on foreign planchets, double die obverse or transitional errors where the metal composition or striking technique changed mid-production. And here's the real kicker: these rare versions were never meant to enter circulation. They may have been struck as test pieces or special minting trials, and somehow they escaped into the wild. Only a few have been confirmed, making them ultra-rare, highly desirable, and immensely valuable. In 2021, an anonymous collector stunned the numismatic community by revealing that they had found a pristine, ultra-rare 2016 Liberty 1 cent coin in a roll of circulated pennies from a bank. After intense examination, top-tier grading companies such as PCGS and NGC authenticated the coin, citing exceptional minting quality, rare die characteristics, and a unique composition never before seen in that year's mintage. The coin was eventually auctioned in a private sale for a jaw-dropping $19 million, setting a modern-day record for the most valuable Lincoln cent ever sold. What made this particular coin so special wasn't just its physical uniqueness, it was its perfect condition, graded MS-70, a grade that is almost impossible to achieve. Collectors from around the world, from Hong Kong to New York, started searching their change drawers, coin jars, and even their childhood piggy banks, hoping to discover another copy of this mysterious and valuable 2016 D cent. Let's take a moment to truly appreciate the beauty and symbolism of the 2016 D Liberty 1 cent coin. On the obverse side, we have the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the inscriptions "I in God we trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 2016 along with the D Mint mark to the right. Lincoln's bust has been featured on the cent for over a century, making this design one of the most recognized in American coinage. The reverse side displays a bold Union shield, 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies bound together by a horizontal bar at the top, symbolizing unity. This design represents the enduring strength of the United States, the foundation Lincoln helped preserve. The inscription 1 cent boldly stretches across the shield, while United States of America arches above it. While this design is standard on modern cents, some 2016 D coins appear to have extra sharp detail, proof-like surfaces, and even doubling on the inscriptions, further increasing their value and mystery. So where do we stand today? The coin market has exploded with interest in modern rarities, and the 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin is at the top of every serious collector's list. Even circulated examples in high grades can command hundreds of dollars. Uncirculated rolls are being examined with magnifying glasses and microscopes, hoping to discover another $1 million penny. But for that ultra-rare variety, the current market value is estimated at a whopping $19 million, and rising. Private collectors, investors, and even museums are willing to bid record-breaking amounts to own a piece of modern coin history. Only a few verified examples exist, and they have become legendary in the numismatic world. Grading companies have started placing more emphasis on 2016 cents, scrutinizing submissions more carefully, and adding special labels for unique varieties. Even the possibility of new discoveries is keeping the buzz alive. It's a living treasure hunt, and the prize is almost priceless. Want to know if you're sitting on a fortune? Here are a few tips to identify whether your 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin could be the next $19 million star. Check the surface. Look for a mirror-like, proof quality finish. Even though this is a business strike, a rare few were struck with incredible clarity and sheen. Examine the letters and numbers. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for signs of doubling, raised die lines, or any inconsistencies in the inscriptions or Lincoln's bust. Weight and sound test. The standard penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If your coin is lighter or heavier, or sounds different when dropped, it could be struck on a foreign or transitional planchet. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it gets a grade of MS68 or higher, you're already looking at a high-value coin. And if it hits MS70 or has a verified minting anomaly, you could be sitting on millions. The story of the 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin proves that treasures don't always glitter with gold or sparkle with diamonds. Sometimes they lie quietly in your pocket, a copper-clad symbol of American history, unity, and yes, incredible wealth. What makes this coin so special is not just the metal or the sig, it's the mystery, the rarity, and the story it tells. A story that continues to unfold as new discoveries are made, and more collectors join the search. So the next time you get a handful of change at the store, don't just toss it aside. Inspect every cent. That one humble penny could very well be your ticket to a fortune, and who knows, maybe you will be the next one to find the legendary 2016 Liberty 1-cent coin worth $19 million. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most extraordinary coins of our time, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Here on we bring you rare coins, their fascinating histories, and the unbelievable values hiding in everyday pocket change. Have a coin story of your own? Drop it in the comments below. And remember, the next great discovery could be in your hand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.